you might imagine. I've never had a building of mine moved. I've had them torn down. But it's a special treat to have one moved. And it's 93.6% right. So they'll try and make it 100. It's not very complicated. They did an incredible job putting it together, and it's staggering to see it. The view from that side, which I guess is, what's that, east. See, I'm screwed up because he turned it around. Is the view that the Wintons had from their house all these years. It's about architecture, but architecture is about people, and the people I met and got involved in this are the treasures for my life. Mike and Penny. They saw a picture in the New York Times of a house I did where I live, where I actually live, which has chain link and corrugated metal, and they were thinking they wanted a potting shed. And the potting shed metaphor was what they asked me for. And the reason is they didn't want it to look like they were subdividing the land. And so we designed a kind of a potting shed, and I don't think that fit Mike's aesthetic. He was a little more buttoned up than that. So he kept saying, well, we'll have to wait until my ship comes in. That's his way of putting me on hold. And so then I realized that really these are art collectors. What they really wanted was a sculpture. And I was very fascinated with Morandi and the idea of the bottles and putting things together. But in order to have the integrity of a cluster of objects, you had to worry about that V connection between the two buildings and how you could waterproof that in Minnesota. And we met with a few local architects who said it was impossible. We met with a few contractors that said it was impossible. And so in my office in LA, I built that connection. It became obvious what to do. It was so bloody obvious. The roofing details come from even centuries ago. So it became easy to do. Minnesota has been special to me because they had a show of my work, which was the first show of my work at the Walker. The Friedmans did it. But I used to come before that. I actually came here, I used to work for Victor Gruen, and I worked on South